Hey guys, welcome to yoga today. So our yoga flow today is going to be a little bit unique, but I'm going to tell you the reason why. So in the past, I've had some students ask me for specific postures to stretch different parts of their body, and so I decided to include several yoga flows where I just focus on one area, and that way you can have just a nice arsenal of yoga postures that you can do and that you know when some part of one area of your body is feeling tight or sore or like you need to just stretch it out. So our focus for today's yoga flow is going to be hamstrings and forward folds. A lot of people have this idea that you can only do yoga if you can touch your toes. Not true. Anyone can do yoga. However, hopefully after today's yoga flow, your hamstrings will feel nice and long and stretched out. I would caution you though from overstretching and going a little bit too crazy today on your hamstrings. Make sure you can still breathe in the posture and you're not hurting yourself. So here we go. We're going to start actually in a seated position with your legs extended out in front of you. And with your legs extended, toes are reaching up to the sky. I want you to just kind of take a little mental inventory of how the back of your legs are feeling right now. So I'm going to make my way over to my yoga mat. Hopefully you can make your way to your yoga mat or your little patch of carpet. Wherever you are is great. So in your seated position with your legs extended, just start to notice, like I said, how the back of your legs are feeling. You might flex your toes a little harder. You might not even be able to sit up straight. You might already be feeling it, and that's okay. Now reach your arms straight up, and you're just going to hinge at your hips. Keep your arms extended up above you. Good, maybe you stop a few centimeters in. Maybe you can keep reaching. So if you're not warm, don't try and push it, just notice. And now reach your hands either towards your feet or your ankles, whatever you can grab a hold of. Take a gentle stretch. I like to do this before we do yoga flows where we focus on one specific area, just so that you can notice the difference in how you feel. So take like a little mental picture of how your hamstrings are feeling right now, and we will come back at the end of class and see how they feel afterwards. So we're going to start standing at the top of our mats, and as we usually do, we're going to be doing our sun salutations. So you're in Samasthiti, big toes together, heels slightly apart, fingertips extended towards the earth. I want you to rock forward and back on your feet, and then spread your toes wide. Feel a nice grounding sensation through your feet. Let's inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deeper. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your mouth. Exhale. Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, sweep your arms up, palms press. Exhale, fold, look towards your knees. Good, hands to shins. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose. In this first position, feel free to pedal out your feet. Move your hips and shoulders. Really start to wake up the back of your legs for today's practice. On your next inhale, lengthen tailbone to sky. Exhale, bend your knees, look towards your hands. Inhale, step or hop to the top of your mat, hands to shins, gaze forward. Exhale, fold, look towards your knees. Now, deep inhale, sweep your arms up, palms press. Exhale, Samasthiti, deepen your breath. Inhale, up. Exhale. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, up halfway, Ardha. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose. We're here for 5 counts. You can continue to pedal out your feet. If you'd like to start warming up the back of your legs even more, you can press. So inhale up to your tippy toes. Exhale, bend your left knee and press your right heel down to the mat. Make sure your hips move back as well. Then you might inhale up to your tippy toes again. Exhale, bend your right knee. Left heel moves towards the mat. You might continue to move through this, or make your way into child's pose. Wherever you are is just fine. Good, now let's meet in our downward facing dog. On your inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, prepare. Inhale, step or jump to the top of your mat. Hands to shins, look forward. Exhale, fold, look towards your knees. Now deep inhale, sweep your arms up, palms press. Exhale, Samasthiti. Deeper inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, lengthen. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose. Now this time, if you want a little variation for your feet, you can inhale both heels up. Exhale, bend your knees so that your thighs come towards your rib cage and hips move back. And then extend through the legs. So inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, soften your knees. And then extend through your legs. Maybe trying to get your heels slightly closer to the mat. As you inhale and press through. Your arms are pressing. Your heels are trying to press. Wherever you are, make your way into a downward facing dog. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, prepare. Inhale, step or jump to the top of your mat. Lengthen. Exhale, fold. Now, deep inhale, sweep your arms up, palms press. Exhale, Samasthiti. Moving on, Surya Namaskara B, bend your knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, come up halfway, Ardha. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right away, right foot shoots forward, left heel swivels down. Inhale, warrior one. And exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right away, left foot shoots forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose. We're here for 5. Good, let's all meet in a downward facing dog. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, prepare. Inhale, step or jump to the top of your mat. Hands to shins, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Now bend your knees. Deep inhale, Utkatasana. exhale, Samasthiti. We have one more. Deepen your breath. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right foot shoots forward, left heel flat. Inhale, Virabhadrasana A. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right away, left foot shoots forward. Right heel flat. Inhale. Energy through your fingertips. And exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose. Good. When you're ready, meet in your downward facing dog. We're going to move on from here. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Bend your knees as much as you need to get there. You're going to make sure that your feet are hip width apart. So remember, you can take your fists, place them down on the mat. And hip width is a little closer than most of you might think. So once you have that measurement, you are either going to take your peace fingers around your big toes, or if you don't like that, just grab your ankles. Inhale, gaze is forward, back is long. And exhale, fold, look behind you. Now your breath in this posture is very important. As you inhale, you lengthen. As you exhale, you actually release a little bit deeper. The back of your neck should be nice and long. The weight should be in the ball of your foot. We're here for about 3 more breaths. Good. Now inhale, look forward, lengthen through your spine. Now you're going to slide your hands underneath your feet. And the big toe should make it to the base of your wrist. Palms are facing up. Again, your knees can be soft here. You're going to inhale, lengthen, look forward. And exhale, fold by maybe slightly bending the elbows. Back of your neck is long. I like this posture because you can actually wiggle your toes and give yourself a little hand and wrist massage. Feels nice. If at any time you are lightheaded, go ahead and take these same postures in a seated position, doing your very best to reach for the toes or ankles, whatever you can grab hold of. Good. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, gaze forward. Exhale, release your hands to your hips. Inhale, stand all the way up. And exhale out of your mouth. Now, just for fun, we're going to inhale up to your tippy toes and hold. It's a lot harder to balance on your tippy toes. This is like dance class all over again, right? Good, now just tippy toe up to the top of your mat, little baby steps. You might even add little kicks, just for fun. Try not to fall over. And we'll meet in Samasthiti at the top of your mat. Now, when you're ready, inhale, your right foot steps back, arms in a T, feet are parallel. And exhale, right toes face the back of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, reach reach out as far as you can. Right hand comes to your shin, left arm reaches up. We're here for 5. If you can, you might gently start to slide the hand down towards your foot or even the mat. But remember, we're doing a lot of hamstrings today, so you might just start out nice and easy. Good. Exhale, look down at the right big toe. Inhale, arms up in a T, feet are parallel. And left toes face the top of your mat. On your exhale, reach out as far as you can. Left hand to shin, right hand up to the sky. Once again, here for 5 counts. If this feels okay with your hand on your shin and you feel like you can go deeper, maybe move slowly. Otherwise, stay where you are for 5. Make sure your breath is present. Reach your fingertips as if you're trying to plug them into the sky. Good. On your next exhale, look down at your left big toe, soften your knee. Inhale, up, arms in a T, feet are parallel. And now you're going to face the right toes to the back of your mat. Left toes face a diagonal. Right hand comes to your hip, and you're going to exhale the left hand, windmills over to the right shin. So this is revolved triangle, and you might stay here for the next 5 counts. However, if you'd like to move deeper, the left hand continues to slide down towards the foot or towards the outside of your foot on the mat. And then your hand, your right hand, maybe opens up to the side wall. Find a drishti either down at your mat, at the side wall, or progressively up towards the right hand. Not quite today. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Soften your right knee. Inhale, windmill your arms up into a T, feet are parallel. Left toes face the front. And now, left hand comes to your hip, right arm windmills around, right hand to left shin, and once again, we're here for 5 counts. If you'd like to go deeper, left hand continues to slide down. You might peel the chest open as well as the arm. We're here for 5. Good. Instead of windmilling up, you're going to take the left hand and the right hand down to the mat. If the mat is far away, you can take your hands onto your shin. We are going to be moving into our standing split. This sounds scary, but it's not too crazy. So your fingertips come down to the mat. You can soften your knee. And then you're going to inhale, float the right leg up. So this might be your standing split today, and that's great. So here's how you make it a little bit more intense. First of all, you might look at your left knee, and if you're feeling okay, you might actually plant the hands down and start to extend the right leg up. If you want, you can continue to walk your hands towards your left foot. And if you're feeling wild and crazy, take your left hand, wrap it behind your left calf, and really pull yourself together. So wherever you are is just fine. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Gently float the right foot back down, plant it on your mat, and we're moving into pyramid. So this might be your pyramid position with your spine nice and long and folding over the left leg, or you can take the hands to the shin, whatever you need to do. If you need a break, your hamstrings are just screaming at you, go ahead and take child's pose. So this is a lot of hamstrings all at once. Make sure you're giving yourself time to ease into it or to take breaks. If you want to try a fun variation here to make it kind of a balance, if you're able to put your hands down on the ground, you're going to reach your arms straight back and interlace your fingers behind your right knee, and then try to place your forehead on your shin. If that's too much, we're here. Good, now everybody exhale, soften your left knee. Inhale, windmill your arms up into a T. Now, right toes face the back of your mat. And we're going to fold forward, plant your fingertips underneath your shoulders, and inhale, float the left leg up into your standing split position on the right side. Now, this might be it, and that's wonderful. You might actually plant the hands and look at your right knee, or start to extend the left leg up. Walk your hands maybe towards your foot. These are all suggestions and options, so don't feel like you gotta go crazy. For the most intense version, you're going to take the right hand, wrap it behind the right calf, and then really pull yourself together. Try to find standing split. We're here for 3, 2, and gently start to float the left leg down. Your fingertips can stay on the mat, or if you want to modify a little more, hands can come to your shin into pyramid. We're here for 5. We're going to definitely take a break from our hamstrings after this. 4, 3. If you want to take that variation to make it a balance, you can reach the arms straight back, interlace your fingers behind your left knee, fold a little more. Otherwise, we're here for 2 and 1. Soften your right knee. Inhale, windmill your arms up into a T, and exhale, step to the top of your mat. Step your feet wide to the edge of your mat, toes point away from you at a diagonal, and then we're just going to lower down slowly into a low squat. If this isn't comfortable for you, if this is more painful for you, you can go ahead and take a seat down on your mat and just hug your knees into your chest. Otherwise, we're going to be in that nice low squat. Just send some love to your hamstrings. Let them know that everything's going to be okay. Now, if your hamstrings are feeling really tight right now, I would actually suggest easing off some of the postures, still doing them, still stretching, but also taking it back a notch. It's not a competition. It's just lengthening and breathing through the stretches. Awesome. So from here, let's plant our hands and walk your feet back into your downward facing dog position. Pedal out your feet. And we're just going to take a quick fun intermission just to get our minds off of hamstrings. Inhale, right foot floats up to the sky. Exhale, bend your right leg, open your belly to the side wall. You might stay here and roll your ankle or even roll out your hips. Or if you'd like, you can see how slowly you can make your way into Wild Thing by allowing your right foot to travel towards the mat. Maybe see if you can get a moment of hang time where your foot and your hand are off of the mat. Once your right foot is down, extend your right arm forward for 3, 2, good, 1, meet back in your 3-legged downward facing dog. Replace your feet, pedal them out. Now, inhale, left foot floats to the sky. Exhale, bend your knee, open your belly to the side wall. You might stay here and roll your ankle or roll like to take wild thing, you're going to allow your left foot to slowly float towards the mat. See if you can float for just a moment and then extend your left arm forward. Good. Gently move back to your three-legged downward facing dog. Exhale, replace your foot. Take your knees to the mat nice and wide. Take child's pose. I want you to slow down your breathing here and feel free to exhale out of your mouth. Release any tension that may be in your hamstrings or even your shoulders from just barely. And just allow yourself to slow down. Good. Walk your hands back up. Plant them. Curl your toes under. And let's make our way to a seated position. So you might hop through or however you want to get to a seated position. I'm going to face you. We're going to continue with our hamstring stretches. Just take them in a seated position now for some different or more options. So what you're going to do, you're going to curl your left foot underneath your right glute, plant your right foot in front of you, and then you are going to either grab on to your ankle, that's more of a modification, or you can interlace your fingers underneath your foot. Now inhale, you're going to extend your right leg up. Extend does not mean straighten, so if you can't straighten your leg, that's just fine. Exhale, shoulders drop away from your ears, and you're going to gaze up at the sky. We're here for 5 counts. If you'd like to intensify this, flex your foot so that your toes are pointing towards your nose, and you might gently pull your leg closer towards you. Good. Gently breathe through the stretch. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, we're going to gently take your right foot to the outside of your left thigh. And we're going to take a little spinal twist. So inhale, left arm up. And exhale, hook your elbow on the outside of your right knee. And inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. We're here for 5. 4. 3. 2. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release your arms, plant your hands on the left side of you, bend your elbows, take a counter twist. Good. Guys, we're gonna do yoga breakdancing, so pay attention. From here, hands are planted on the left side of you. You're going to come up onto your toes, and then you're going to spin around until you end up in the same position on the opposite side. If that did not work for you, hurry and switch your legs around. Nobody will notice. Now, inhale, left arm up. Exhale, hook your right elbow on the outside of your left knee. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale, look over your left shoulder. We're here for 5. Good, keep breathing. On your next inhale, look forward. Exhale, release your hands to the right side. plant them, take a little counter twist. Good. Now, you're going to keep the leg kind of curled underneath your glute, and whatever you did on the other side, either hands around your ankle or interlace your fingers underneath your foot. Inhale, extend your left leg up. So I'm going to show you what it looks like from the side this time. So foot is curled under, interlace fingers, and extend the leg up. And then from there, drop your shoulders away from your ears, look up to the sky. If you're not feeling this yet, flex your toes harder towards your face, or gently tug the leg closer towards your rib cage. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, gently release your leg. Cross your ankles, plant your hands in front of you. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. And gently make your way back into your seated position. We're going to do just a couple of last hamstring stretches, and then we will be going back to that position we started in just to see the difference it made in our hamstrings. So we're going to take a straddle leg position. I don't want your feet to be so wide like you're trying to break in half. So maybe like a 90-degree angle or even more narrow. You're going to inhale, lengthen, your feet are flexed. And exhale, walk your hands forward and keep your toes pointing towards the sky. Good. Now, I want your spine to be long here, so I don't want anyone to look like a hunchback. And I want you to continue to walk your hands out as far as you can, as if you're trying to place your chin down on the floor instead of your forehead. So maybe you keep walking out. Feet are still flexed up to the sky. We're here for just a few more moments. You might even take your hands under your chin. Good. Now, gently walk your hands back up. You should have felt that tug closer to your hips. And you're going to close up your feet a little bit more if that was really hard on your hips. Or if you were feeling it more in your hamstrings, you can open up your hips just a little bit more. So just kind of play with that distance. And we're going to cheat this time just for our self-esteem. So inhale, lengthen, and exhale. This time you're going to curve your spine. Try and get your forehead as close to the mat as you can. And we'll be here for about 5 counts. It doesn't matter if your forehead touches. I just want you to feel that nice tug through the back of your legs. If you're able to, you might even hold on to your ankles or your feet and pull yourself down. We're here for 5. Gently walk your way back up. Cross your ankles. Plant your hands in front of you. We'll take a vinyasa. Good. Make your way back to your seated position that we started in. So legs extended, feet are flexed. A nice upright position if you can manage it. And maybe shake out your legs, give them a break. When you're ready, inhale, reach your arms up. Keep your arms extended and just hinge at your hips. As you exhale forward, maybe you notice a difference, maybe you don't. Good, now you can release your hands either to your ankles or your feet, wild and crazy and your hamstrings are feeling nice and loose, you can reach past your feet and try to bind your hands on the other side of your feet. We're here for 5 counts to do one last hamstring stretch. If your hamstrings are dying but you still want to fold forward, you can plant your feet on the mat and just pull yourself into a ball. 4 more counts. Good, gently release. Option to take one last vinyasa. So if you're up to it, cross your ankles, plant your hands, shoot your feet back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Maybe in your downward facing dog, you notice that your heels are going down a little bit easier because the back of your legs are nice and lengthened at the end of your practice today. Make your way back to your seated position and roll onto your back. With your feet still planted underneath you, you're going to drop your hips from side to side. Good. Now hug your right knee into your chest. Left leg extends down below you. Roll both ankles. Switch directions. Now take the left arm on the outside of your right knee and exhale your right knee across your body. Gaze over your right shoulder. Take your next 2 exhales out of your mouth. Feel a nice release through your spine and hip. Inhale back through center and release. Right leg extends, left knee comes in towards your chest. Roll both ankles. Switch directions. Take your right hand to the outside of your left knee and on an exhale, drop your left knee across your body. Gaze over your right shoulder. We're here for a few more breaths. Maybe take your last 2 exhales in this posture out of your mouth. Inhale back up through center. And exhale. You can move into happy baby or into any additional postures you would like to take before the end of your practice today. I personally really love happy baby. If you want to take any inversions like shoulder stand, headstand, handstand drills, now is the time. However, once you are ready, eventually all of you will meet in Shavasana, which is our final resting posture. Arms extended below you, legs below you, feet flopping out to the side. Find your most comfortable position with your shoulder blades tucked behind you. Eventually you will release your Ujjayi yoga breath and just inhale and exhale naturally. Go ahead and pause this video if you would like to stay in Shavasana longer. When you're ready to move out of Shavasana, bring a deep inhale in through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale. Again, deeper inhale this time. Open your mouth, release. Gently start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Gently roll your wrists and your ankles. On an inhale, extend your arms all the way up above you. Exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Option to keep your eyes closed as you gently make your way into a seated position at the top of your mat. Hands can rest on your knees or in the lap. And we will end our practice today by breathing together. When you're ready, join in. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 3, 2, 1. Deeper. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Your deepest breath today. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your mouth. Exhale. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. Excellent job. That was our hamstrings and forward fold flow. If you want to, you can go ahead and stand up and see if you can maybe get closer to touching your toes, or try picking up objects without bending your knees off the ground, just for fun, just because you can. I hope you enjoyed this flow. I'll see you next time.